All right, here we go, picking up at 6.20.13. And now there's ash, but still, nevertheless, infrequent. I look back, dense, thick air, something like that, a dense fog or something like that, threatens at our backs. The fog which follows, having been poured on the land in the manner, followed us, having been poured on the land in the manner of a flood. I said, let us turn aside while we see, so that we, having been laid low on the street, may not be trampled by the crowd of people walking with us in the shadows or in the darkness. We had barely stopped, and it was night, not of such a sort as a moonless or cloudy night, but of such a sort as in closed off places with the light having been extinguished. You would hear, if you had been there, you would hear the wailings of women, the cries of infants, the shouts of men. Some were seeking with their voices, others recognizing with their voices. So it goes to we need to do this 3 times. So some were seeking with their voices their parents, others their children, others their spouses. So they, all those allies, were seeking and recognizing by means of voices. It was dark, right? These guys were lamenting their own fate. Those guys were lamenting the fate of their own people. There were those who were praying, those who would, so relative clause of characteristic, pray for death from the fear of death. Many people raised their hands to the gods. More were of the view that there were never now any gods, and that night, they were of the view that night was eternal and the last night for the world. And there were not lacking people who would increase the true dangers by means of made up and invented terrors. There were people present who were announcing that part of Mycenae, or of Micenum, had fallen, and another part was burning. It was false, but they said it to people believing them. It grew a little bit light, which, we're going to do Vide Bacter, which did not seem like day to us, but evidence of approaching fire. And indeed, the fire stopped rather far away. Again, there's shadows. Again, there's ash, much and heavy. We, getting up again and again, were shaking this off, the ash. Otherwise, we would have been covered and crushed by its weight. By its weight. Would that I were able to boast that a groan had not fallen out for me, or that there wasn't a groan for me, nor that my voice, too little strong in such dangers, had fallen. If I, with all people, perished, if I didn't perish with all the people, would that, right? All the things perish with me, wretched. Your book says that this is dative, but I think it's ablative describing may. Anyway, still I would believe it a great solace of my mortality or my death. Let's pause there.